Welcome back, everyone, to the Boundless Perception podcast. We have the 8th episode and an extraordinary cosplayer here with us today. She goes by the name of Zazie, right? Is it Zazie?
Yes,
Yes,
Zazie.
just making sure I said it right. And she's based out of Maryland. And she has brought some amazing cosplays to several conventions, but, don't take my word for it. I'm going to let her explain herself. So, how's it going?
Hi, hello. Hi.
Yeah, just kick
Yes.
us off.
Well, hello everyone. For those who don't know me or those who do, hi, I'm Zazie.Cosplay, and I've been cosplaying for what feels like a decade
Mhm.
now. Feels like maybe let's estimate to like 8 years, but like you can round up to 10. To make me feel a little bit older, that's fine. But I started cosplaying in like 2011, 12ish. I've been going to conventions since like 2008 almost. My first convention was Anime USA because it was originally on my birthday weekend, and my friend like, hey, you like anime, there's a convention going on, it's around your birthday, why don't we all just hit it up? I was like, wow, cool, awesome. And for those who've never been to Anime USA, is a very small convention. But then I was like, started going to more conventions in the area, like KatsuCon and Otakon. Those are like my three staple cons: Anime USA, Katsu, and Otakon. And one day, like me and my friend from college were like, oh, maybe we should dress up, kind of thing. And it kind of spiraled into this very intricate, expensive hobby that I now have, where I so much fabric, so many wigs,
It really is an
makeup, and
addiction.
all this stuff, and I can't stop. I can't stop. I don't need help. It's fine. I'm good.
We're all healthy, as long as we can keep a roof over our head, even if it's barely, it still
Hmm.
counts.
Yes.
So, and so you said that you started with Anime USA.
Yes.
I do not, you're like the second person who has told me that was their first con. I can't remember who else I interviewed that said it was too. But tell me about that convention.
I first went, I want to say 2008, when it was still located in Crystal City at the Hyatt over there too. It was just like a very small convention. It's like just a con that's like kind of held in like a hotel basically. And it was kind of just my first experience, like going to being exposed to the convention, like scene and everything too. A lot of people were dressed up in characters. I just remember taking a lot of pictures of people, spending a lot of my money in the dealer's room, and just like sweating my ass off in the rain as well too. But at the time, since I was in high school, I couldn't really like stay a whole weekend. Like for me, like the convention thing was very new to me, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, like a 3-day weekend kind of thing. I was like, oh, cool. But like I can't really like, first of all, I didn't even know people like booked hotel rooms for the conventions. Like that was like a thing I did not know. I was like, what, that's a thing? I don't know, I was a stupid high school girl. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. Wow. Because I like met people, they was like, yeah, we have a room upstairs, you come chill. Like, what, you guys have a room? Wow, you guys are adults. I am not an adult. Because I seem like a adult thing to do, like book hotel room and like crash with like 10 people kind of thing. But then like, as I couple years down the line, when Katsucon was officially having their con at the National Gaylord, is when I first had my con weekend experience where I just stayed at a con the whole entire weekend. I thought it's like, wow, this is amazing. Like, and there's so many beautiful cosplayers as well too. I was like, wow, I think I really want to dress up. I was like, okay. So me and my now best friend now we decided, oh, let's dress up for the next con, which was Otakon. And I was like, oh, I want to put something together. And I was kind of like looking online for like people I can cosplay as, but like be pretty easy kind of thing,
Mhm.
where I can like, because I'm very inexperienced, obviously, so I don't know what to do. So first couple of characters I kind of searched online because, well, at the time too, just because of me and how I was like, just as a person, I didn't want to I guess kind of in a bad way, I did not want to be harassed for cosplaying a character that wasn't my skin tone.
That's
Because for me
understandable
at the
too. Yeah.
time, so my search history for like the first couple of months was black anime girls, like cosplay characters, people who like fit my skin tone.
Hmm.
And I found two characters that did fit my skin tone. One being Michiko Melandro from Michiko X Hatchin, and the other character was being Nidalee from League of Legends.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, I can pull out these characters pretty easily because the outfits are pretty easy to make and everything too. Michiko, her outfit was just a red leather jacket, black tube top, and shorts. Fun, easy. Like I could just buy that stuff and make the costume great. Nidalee was just like a well, how my mom described it was like me dressing up as like a female Tarzan. Can't even say the name correctly. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't even say the word now. Wow, I'm having a brain fart. But like, I guess best for those who know what George of the Jungle is,
Oh gosh,
a
yes.
female George of the Jungle, because I can't say
Yeah.
say the word. But that's basically what I did. It's like, okay, I can get the fur, hot glue all the stuff to a bra, and like make the skirt, and I'll be done. Like I don't need any other skills. Like maybe a little bit of sewing, and that was it, kind of
That's
thing.
hmm yeah. So
And yeah, oh yeah.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
And I just made my costumes. Those were my very first costumes that I kind of put together and made. Um, Literally, she had like a spear, so I like try to figure out how to make a spear kind of thing. Alea Joanne's let me buy this like long staff that they had. It's like, okay, great, I can use that and just use cardboard, glue it together, paint it silver, and like, bam, we have a spear. I was like, I don't know how we're gonna make this work. We're gonna make it work. There was fur everywhere in my best friend's like house, like because I had to cut all this fur and just everywhere. She's like, "You're vacuuming all this." I was like, "Okay," because it was a mess. But like we were able to figure it out. My friend, she was doing a gender bend of Monkey D. Luffy, so I was helping her sew the vest for that and everything. And she was doing someone else too, but I can't remember who else as well too. But it was just mainly from One Piece she was doing. I believe she was doing Nami as well too.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were helping each other out for our like very first actual cosplays, but we were doing like, kind of easy stuff that we can like, put together really easy without, too much manpower.
Gotcha. So
Mhm.
basically, aside from choosing the characters based off of how they look, you also then just wanted to go with an easy factor since it was your first cosplays.
Yes.
That makes sense. Okay.
Hmm.
And so how have you basically upgraded in the character selection process from now to then, you said 10 years ago or so, 8 years ago?
Yeah. For me, afterwards, I was still on like the first couple years, still doing characters that were still my skin tone for the most part. I did a couple more Nidalee cosplay because she had a bunch of different skins, and I was kind of a little bit comfortable with her character. From the game, I played a little bit of League of Legends, so no, not a lot, obviously, but I played a little bit. But I'm still like bronze. I was at silver, then I kind of went down. um, so I was doing a lot of her cosplays. I did her Pharaoh skin. Someone else did a pop star fan art. I did that as well too. I did Mimiru from Dot Hack and Black Rose as well too. Just characters, still in my skin tone realm because that's what I was kind of comfortable with. And at the time, I didn't want to be, just made fun of or just because at the time I was like, had that anxiety or social anxiety. I didn't want, getting bad comments and stuff because I've seen that happen to a bunch of people. I'm not saying like, at the time you should only cosplay as people of your characters of your skin tone, obviously. But at the time, I just didn't want that going towards me kind of thing because I didn't know how I would react at the time. So I
Yeah.
just didn't want any of that towards me. So I was just doing characters I was comfortable with, including Jade from Mortal Kombat as well too, and some other people as well. So it kind of went on to that. But with Mimiru and Black Rose, I did my first like armor build cosplay with Warbler as well too, and I kind of spiraled into that, like making more cosplays with Warbler and other stuff as well too. So I kind of like spiraled into this huge thing, and then kind of a couple years later, like I want to say 2015, I kind of had an epiphany, like I want to cosplay any character I want, and I kind of don't care about their skin tone. Like just characters that I admire in a sense too, no matter like if their skin tone is paler than me or not too, which is the majority of the case. I was like, I want to cosplay these characters because I was seeing all these other cosplayers as well too. The ones I mainly looked up to at the time were the Melton Mirror, she's from Canada, and Maki Roll. I was kind of looking up to them, like, because they didn't care who they cosplayed as well, and I was like, I look up to them really like a lot, and I enjoy their work immensely, and I kind of want to like set an example for like the next generation as well too, who are not just looking at them, but like maybe looking to me as well too for advice when they start cosplaying. Because I was getting messages about like, hey, how did you start cosplaying, or what characters should I do, stuff like that as well too. So I kind of wanted to set an example, be like, hey, you can cosplay whoever you want. If I can't say that, I should be able to do it as well too. And the first character that I cosplayed as that was non-black was Blake Belladonna from Ruby. And
I'm not
kind of
familiar with that character.
yeah, well, Ruby is a great series, I love it. But if you're not familiar with it, you're more than welcome to binge watch it. It's definitely go for the story, not for the art, because like they progress their like animation style like over the years kind of thing.
Hmm. Oh, kind of like One Piece did and Naruto
Yeah.
did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were self-made there by Rooster Teeth, basically made by Monty so if you're familiar with the Dead Fantasy series,
I am from. Oh God.
yeah, so the
Oh
creator of the
Jesus.
Dead Fantasy series created Ruby, basically. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us to like continue on the series, but they're still making the series as well too.
So now I have to ask you because you brought up Dead Fantasy.
Hmm.
If you don't have to tell, but how old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
Well, I'm 27 years old.
Okay, okay. You're not okay because not many people know about Dead Fantasy. That was a while ago.
I know exactly. Like, if you are familiar with the Dead
Yeah.
Fantasy, because I'm pretty sure if at one point in time, if you're a nerd, someone on the internet showed you, hey, did you check out this awesome fighting series with
Yes.
Final Fantasy characters and did live characters, and all of a sudden there's a storyline to it at the very end, but they stopped it, or well, my team stopped it.
I was so upset. Like I remember when I did find out about it, I think I was in high school, probably the middle,
Yeah.
college, somewhere between high school and college. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then there was just no more new episodes. And I was like, what the hell, man?
Hey, look, man, that was like a one-man operation.
I know, but I was like, like I feel like you've gotten us this far. You have an obligation to keep going. I need to. Oh yeah, it was amazing. Like just everything about it was so amazing.
It really was. Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. So if you're familiar with that, the same person who created that also created Ruby, and it's a really good story and like series. You should go watch it.
mhm.
It's on well, I think it's on Verb, so you can watch it on Verb.
Okay.
Or Crunchyroll too.
Yeah, I think like Crunchyroll is kind of like Netflix, where everybody has somebody else's account.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're always wondering like, oh my gosh, we only have maybe 100,000 subscription. How did 500,000 people watch this anime?
Hmm.
So nothing wrong with that though. Shout out to anyone letting someone use their Crunchyroll account. I need a new one, by the way. So, but anyways,
Hmm.
so I want to jump back now to Katsucon because I was there, you were there. Unfortunately, like I said, I probably crossed your path, but I never actually interacted with you. How was
Mhm.
Katsucon this year for you?
Katsucon this year was fun. I also staff at Katsucon as well too. I can't say what department I am in, but I've been staffing for them for about 7 years now, basically. So when I started cosplaying, I started working with them
Hmm.
as well too, because I just really enjoy the convention itself, and I just want to support them and like give them extra help. It's a lot
Hmm.
of fun. But being staff for them, I can't really like cosplay as much as I can during like other conventions. Like bring 3 or 4 cosplays, I only can bring 2 or
Hmm.
maybe 3, depending on how I schedule the weekend and do certain photo shoots. But the weekend for me was fun. I got to cosplay Ishtar from Fate Grand Order, and I cosplayed as Nami from One Piece as well too, from the current arc that's going on as well too.
Hmm.
So it was really a lot of fun cosplaying as these characters as well too, because I'm more comfortable with myself, like cosplaying as other characters that don't match my skin tone, and a lot of people are like very encouraging about that as well too. So I'm very like happy about it. But the convention itself was a lot of fun. I know they changed a lot too with their whole closed convention policy, and
What did they?
hopefully,
This is my first Katsucon, so what exactly did they change?
okay.
Yeah.
So they became a closed convention kind of thing, because before if you didn't have a badge, you can still walk around the convention area kind of thing. But if you want to go inside like the dealer's room, game room, you still need to present your badge.
Hmm.
But they turned to a closed convention where if you're entering the convention area at all, you need a badge basically.
Oh.
So they're now letting like a lot of like roamers kind of thing
Hmm.
basically. Because I yeah, I'm not exactly sure the whole details of how or why it changed, but hopefully because this is only their second time doing this, so I think they're gonna get a lot more feedback from other convention goers to if they're gonna continue this or not, because it's still a very new thing for them, because a lot of people do like the whole lobby con thing
Yeah.
for Katsucon, like like just lobby con, like I'll just still be in the convention area, but
Yeah. No,
not get
actually,
kicked out or
exactly. Because those
as
tickets
well
were not
too.
cheap.
Yeah, they are not. Especially if you have like the VIP or the other badges as well too. I'm not even sure how much they cost, but hey, I am staff. I don't have to worry about that.
So, what advice would you give for somebody maybe who wants to go to the convention but they can't afford it? Should they just try to sign up as staff too now that this is a closed convention?
I mean, it's really up to you, but if you do want to sign up as staff, just remember you're volunteering your time. It's not like you can get your badge as staff and then like leave kind of thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
take my
quit.
badge and
Like I get
go.
my bag and I quit.
No, because they will definitely take your badge back as well too. So if you really want to like dedicate your time to like any convention, like it doesn't have to be cosplay, but like working there as staff, dedicating your time and hours, to help them, whether it's in the game room, as security, info desk, whatever you do, you're gonna be there for like about 6 hours, and
Wow.
not to plan it, not also to mention like the training meetings everyone has to do like months beforehand as well too. It's not like you sign up as staff and then show up at the con and that's it. There's like months of training that goes into it as well too. It really depends on what department you're in as well too. I can't speak for everyone's department, but I know for our department specifically, we do training meetings like at least twice a month as well too, catching up with everyone, make sure we're all up to date and have a very smooth convention for the weekend, obviously, because we want to make it as stress free as possible for our staffers as well too. So personally, like it's really up to you.
Yeah,
If
it's your
you
choice.
really wanna like support the con, help them grow and everything, you're more than welcome to join. But like if you're doing it just for a free badge, I wouldn't recommend it. Because like if you unless you want to dedicate your time to the convention, like helping them out, then do it. But if not, then I'd say
Okay.
they'll go for it, because like I said, like for me, I am a cosplayer and I usually bring up to 4 cosplays, but since I'm working this convention, I only can bring so much dependent on my schedule to like I only can bring up to 2 cosplays. So if you are a big cosplayer and you like to bring like 5 cosplays for the whole weekend, this may not be your shtick.
It may not be for you.
This will not be for you. So I would recommend it only for those who really want to support the convention, basically.
And so, which well, you only brought two well, not two animes, two cosplays to the convention. And did you get photo shoots for both of these cosplays?
Yes, I did. I was able to set up photo shoots for both of them. At least, so for the most part, at least try to set up at least 2 photo shoots, sometimes 3 for each cosplay I do at a convention, depending on how new the costume is. If it's my first time debuting it, basically. So I can get like good amount of pictures for it as well too. So for Nami, I did like about 2. I did also 2 for Ishtar as well too, because they're both very new cosplays. This is my first year debuting them at a convention and wearing them out.
And so, how did you basically go about selecting your photographer, and how did the shoots go? Because there were for anyone who didn't go, there were so many photographers there. It was insane.
Yeah. Also, because going on that too, for those who never been to Katsucon, it's in the Gaylord National Hotel and has a very nice, beautiful like inside setting as well too. Like this nice white marble area. There's very nice red velvet carpeting. There's a lot of areas, so it's very photographer friendly. Not photographer friendly, but like has a lot of aesthetics going on that a lot of photographers love. At the hotel area, there's a beautiful gazebo. There's like this area where there's just this mirrors. There's this other place downstairs where they have like these trees, fig trees, bushes, and grass area, and like this little river stream as well too. And this like nice like bridge. It's also the outside as well too, where they have like a little beach area as well too, and a pier area. So there's a lot of places that photographers can take photos, pictures at. So this is very much a cosplay convention. You'll see a lot more cosplayers going to the convention more than anything, because just looks nice. It's very aesthetically pleasing for anyone you're cosplaying as. Basically, they even have a swimming pool area. So if you want to do your swimsuit cosplays, you can do that. Or even something more elegant, you could do that as well too. So a lot of people go all out for Katsucon with their cosplays as well too, because of the location of it. So for me personally, when I set up my photo shoots, depending on my schedule for Katsucon, since I work there, when I get my schedule, there's usually groups on Facebook. So there's like the official or non-official cosplay group for each convention kind of thing. And usually like maybe 4 months before the convention, there's always a photographer cosplay. Hey, this is my lineup, or this is my work. Who wants to work with me? They make a post like that. It'll be a cosplayer. It'll be like showing like 10 photos. This is my this is my lineup for the weekend. Da 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 da. Who wants to work with me? And then you look in the comments, there's like 30 photographers be like,
Yes.
hey, hey,
You
hey,
get bombarded.
hey, kind of thing. And that's what happens, you know. For me, what I do, sometimes I post up my lineup, or sometimes I go through what people's the comments from their lineup and click on photographers. So like I'm not gonna post it, but I know another cosplayer did, and like just let me look through all this list of photographers that said they were available for the weekend. I like your work. Let me look at you. Click on you. Hey, are you available for the weekend still? Like, do you have any time slots available? Stuff like that too. And that's kind of how I do it.
Okay.
Like, I don't feel like posting. Someone else is gonna post for me anyways.
Someone's got me.
So yeah, someone's got me. I mean, I will post as well too, just to see if there's anyone else too. If there's anyone that's available for a group shoot, something like that, then I'll ask directly on the pages as well too. There's also people post up, well, not people, but photographers also post up that they're available for photo shoots on their Instagram as well too. So if I'm following any photographers, I see, oh, they're available for photo shoots, I'll like try to DM them, be like, hey, I saw your post. Are you available for this day during the weekend? just stuff like that as well too, just kind of gauge, um, their availability. I usually will ask like maybe 10 photographers about their availability, and maybe like half of them will get back to me.
Wow.
It also depends on the price as well too, because as cosplayers, you want to be budget friendly.
Of course, this is not a cheap hobby.
As well too. I mean, I do have friends that are photographers, and I will go out and support them as well too, and pay for their time as well too. Like, oh, you're into photography, sure, I can do a photo shoot with you. If for your to grow your profile or portfolio, and work with you as well too, because obviously we're friends, so automatically comfortable with you taking pictures of me.
Yeah. Hmm.
As well too. But after setting up photo shoots with photographers, especially if you're cosplaying for a while too, you will get photographers that you like and don't like, obviously, depending on your comfortable level. For me, if I vibe with the person, like we're able to have a good conversation during the photo shoot afterwards as well too, I will book them again too for either another convention or the same one as well too. There's like one photographer I always book for like all year round for Colossal Con. Like I'm like, hey, are you available? She's like, yeah, I'm available. I'm like, sweet. I'm with you all 3 days. That's it. Like, you're the only one. Because I know
Wow.
she works great with this environment as well too. We get along, and it's the only time I'm able to get to see her because of her location as well. So
Hmm.
like, because some photographers are in Canada. Like my last photographer I worked with was from Canada as well too. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I enjoyed his work as well too, and working with them. So it's great. I'll definitely work with them again in the future as well too. So you kind of want to build a good relationship with these photographers as well too, if they are taking your photos. But if you're upfront with like, hey, well, not upfront with them, but like if you already know like you're paying for their services, the photos the photos came out great, but like you didn't really get along with them,
You like
like
vibe
just
with them.
you didn't vibe with them, like you just don't have to shoot with them again. It's not like gonna hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just kind of happens.
As they say, it's just business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And going back to the characters that you made for these shoots, you basically said that you made everything for them, right? Because you were cleaning up at your friend's house and everything.
Yeah. So when I
Ha-
first started, I was making majority of my cosplays. I still say like my cosplays are like 80% of them are handmade.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, like
Hmm.
how much of it is handmade versus because I'm always wondering where do you decide, like a few elements, like should I save the money and make it myself? Should I just, go ahead? I'm not experienced enough to make this, or, you know, will it look better even after it's all said and done if I just buy it? Like, how do you navigate those waters?
So for me, when I first started, I was making things by hand, but I did buy some stuff. Like the couple cosplays I bought when I first started out was my Jade from Mortal Kombat cosplay, and I bought this pink Sailor Moon one. It wasn't specifically for Sailor Moon. At the time there was like this big fan art for uh Adventure Time, where Princess Bubblegum is as a Sailor Moon cosplay character, as well as Marceline as well too. So I had a friend that was going to do Marceline, and I was going to do Princess Bubblegum as well
Huh?
too. So I was going to be Sailor Bubblegum basically, and have like full on body paint as well too, stuff like that for the character. So because at the time I didn't even have a sewing machine, so I'm like, I'm not gonna sew this, and I don't know how to make this, obviously. So I say play to your advantages and skills. Like at the time, I didn't have a sewing machine, know how to do any of that. Like I think the only thing I like at the time I hand sewed a lot of things. I was like, hand sewing takes forever. Like
I
just
would
hands,
not know. I do
yeah.
not know how to sew at all.
Yeah, like I'm glad I know how to sew now, but I was like, hand sewing was a bitch at the time. Like I was like, this takes forever. Like literally spend 4 hours sewing this like vest out of just like regular like thin fabric, like this like little red vest. It was like this is taking forever. This is so long. I was just like kind of cut, made my own patterns, didn't know what I was doing. Like hopefully this fits. I'm like, okay, it works.
What's the most amount of time you've devoted to a cosplay, like, construction wise?
The most amount of time. I mean, I feel like it depends on like um I want to say the most amount of time would probably be like 2 months. Two
Okay.
months. I want to say, which was at the time my Black Rose cosplay was one of my first well, actually my first full body armor cosplay as well too. If no one's familiar with the Dot Hack series, it was it's like, the original Sword Art Online, the the original
Mhm. You
isekai.
know, I just oh my gosh, maybe about I forgot 2 to 3 weeks ago. I don't know if you know Dark Hyperion. He's another cosplayer, and we had a photo shoot, and I took pictures of his Haseo from Dark Side, and yeah, I don't think anybody like knows any of these characters except for the older generation. Oh god, I feel so
Yeah.
bad saying that, but yeah. So it just reminded me of that when as soon as you said that.
Yeah, I was like, I was cosplaying as these characters. Like, I'm pretty sure no one knows who I'm cosplaying as unless you're like a devoted fan of the series and stuff too. Because there's a lot. There's a lot
Yes.
when it comes to Dot Hack. I was like, whoa! But I enjoyed the series, and the movies. So I was like, okay, I want to cosplay,
Mhm.
kind of thing. And I wanted to try making a full armor one too. At the time, Warbler was the thing to make armor cosplay out of. Like, there wasn't foam, like there was foam,
EVA
but
foam was yeah not a thing
EVA
yet.
foam wasn't really a thing. It was like Warbler, and that was it,
Yeah.
and that's all.
I personally haven't worked with Warbler, but I heard it's like a lot more difficult than EVA foam.
It kind of depends. For me, it was a little bit easier to work with because I was watching tutorials mainly from Kamui Cosplay. She's like the queen of like making
Of
armor
course,
cosplays.
yeah.
She was starting off making Warbler. Everything was all Warbler for her and everything as well too. So I just kind of watched her tutorials. Like, oh, it's kind of easy because you just really just need maybe sometimes some thin craft foam and a heat gun, and you kind of can mold it to any shape you want, and then that was kind of it.
hmm
I kind of liked it more because like I always was afraid of foam because it's foam, it's kind of flimsy, that like my material will like not break, but like not be as like keep the same shape. Because
Yeah,
Warbler, once it stays in the shape, is there. That's it. It stays in shape unless you till you break it, kind of thing.
yeah,
Foam, I felt like if you pack it, like it'll be get flattened. And I was like, I don't want to deal with like my costume being flattened. I'm just gonna go with Warbler because that's all I know.
yeah. Go with
So
what's
I'm
safe and
comfortable.
what's trusty. Yeah.
Yeah, and so at the time, foam making or foam smithing wasn't a large popular thing, so there wasn't really any tutorials on it. So I was just doing all Warbler, and trust me, Warbler is very expensive, still expensive. Like even if you are able to make your own Warbler, which is apparently a thing,
Hmm.
still an expensive thing to
Hmm.
do. But I was still, for me personally, it was easy to work with. Like I like a lot easier than sewing at the time because all you do is just heat the Warbler, get the foam, mold it to the shape you want, cut it, paint it. That's it. I mean,
Boom.
obviously, yeah, but for me, it was like a lot easy for me to work with, and I was able to like make my Black Rose cosplay um all together very easily because it also adheres to itself, which is really great. Like you don't need glue. Like also takes out the glue aspect part of it as well too, because you don't need to glue anything like as you would with contact cement hot glue. Just like, oh, it sticks to itself. Great.
Yeah.
Which makes things a lot easier as well too. And even if it didn't, you just apply more heat, put it on there, and you're good to go, no matter what.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so now I like to once again switch gears to maybe a funner part of the show, which is con horror stories or any con crazy stories. Do you have any or seen anything?
Um, I have like some funny cosplay stories,
We're
kind of.
listening. We're listening.
So when I first started cosplaying, like I said before, still fairly new to the whole like thing. I went to Otakon. I don't remember exactly which year it was, but it was still at Baltimore Convention Center, and I was cosplaying as Jade from Mortal Kombat. It was I obviously bought this cosplay, was able to get a bow staff from a friend. It was black. I painted it silver to match. um and I was just walking around in it. Also Jade, for anyone who doesn't know, she wears freaking stilettos
Yes, she
and
does.
wearing 5-inch heels
Are not
is
very,
not very
yeah, it's not practical for fighting. I
yeah,
was, but yeah.
yeah, it's not practical for finding or walking in for like hours to a convention. And like even from the hotel to the convention is a very long, tedious process, even if the hotel is connected to said convention center.
Mhm.
Anyway, so it was me. I had my friend, he was walking with me as well too, and when I was walking as well too, he was like always directly behind me, and I didn't know why. Cause like I'm talking to this person who's directly behind me. I'm like, feels weird. I'm like, why are you behind me? He's like, I'm doing this for your own good. I was like, what do you mean? So like we came to a stop when we went to the bathroom. He's like, you know how many times I had to stop people from taking pictures of your butt? So because he was like went from next to me to my left side to like directly behind me. And I was like, why are you behind me, sir? Like I was like, we're friends. I'm like, this seems weird. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, I see why. Because like pretty much Jay pretty much just wears like a very skimpy like one piece bathing suit.
Yeah.
And like nothing is covered basically. So that was all. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I need to sit down because my feet really hurt.
Hmm.
So we're walking to trying to find somewhere to sit. And at the time when I was walking, someone like stopped by to take a photo with take a photo, and I was like, okay, cool. So I stood there, took a pose, and then more people started coming, and then more and more. I was like, I literally could not leave like 5 feet. And I was supposed to meet up with a friend. I was like, I'm kind of stuck here, like, and it was a friend who wanted to take photos of my cosplay, and I was like, texting him or have my friend tell him like, tell him I'm stuck. I'm gonna be here for another 30 minutes, I think, because
Man.
I'm just making a group. Like I'm pretty sure people just like stop. Oh, there's a picture. Someone in a cosplay. Take a picture, walks away, but more and more people kept doing this. So I'm like, I'm kind of stuck here. I'm like nowhere to go. Like hopeless child. I was like, someone help me, save me, because I don't think I'm. And I was literally standing there for 30 minutes making different poses. um,
That's really cool,
as
though. I
well
mean, that
too.
means you were getting like acknowledgement, recognition
Mhm.
for your cosplay. Well, side note too, if anyone hasn't gone to her Instagram already, check it out. It's a very phenomenal, like Jade cosplay.
Yeah, I think I posted it recently. Like this is what it was at the time. Like, I don't think I own that costume anymore. Also, I don't think I can fit it anymore.
How
Who
long ago
knows?
did you say this was?
Ooh, maybe 6, 7 years ago.
6, 7. Okay, so yeah, back when you just first started again.
Yeah, I just like bought it. I think I bought it like on Easy Cosplay, which sometimes I buy cosplays from. It really depends.
I actually just did a comparison a little while ago between Easy Cosplay, I think it was Miko Costumes, and oh, I forget the name of the other one. But Easy
Yeah,
Cosplay is like pretty expensive out of the three.
yeah.
They seem to be, yeah, and they like, but at the same time, they also seem to have like the most, I don't know, but like the process that tailors to you. Like they're very intent about making sure the costume fits just you, which is why maybe it's more expensive and it takes a bit longer.
Yeah, I know that too, but I feel like at the time they were kind of like the biggest, more well-known ones at the time because there weren't really any other like cosplay buying wuyebsites
Yeah,
back then as they are now. Now there's a bunch as well too.
so
There's
many, yeah.
like you can buy from AliExpress, like
Mhm.
Taobao. There's like another place too called Cosplay Bender where people get their there's like more places where you can buy your cosplays from than ever before. Even places
Yeah,
that sell wigs also sell
yep,
cosplays
yep.
as well too. So like there's a bunch of other places. So I feel like maybe they marked up the prices, for the competition kind of thing, or just because they know they're gonna stick around for a while.
That makes sense. I guess it's a good marketing
Mhm,
strategy, I guess.
mhm. I mean, I don't know. I don't work for them.
Have you ever bought from any other websites?
I have. So I have purchased. So Easy Cosplay, I purchased from AliExpress as well too. But with AliExpress, if you are gonna buy your cosplays, check reviews as well too, because there's a lot of people that will post reviews about like the size and how it fits as well too. There's some places there are some of the stores there they do custom size fitting, so just ask and double check, with the seller. So AliExpress, you can get your stuff there too. There's I'm trying to remember cosplay binner as well
Yep.
too.
Miko
There,
costumes.
yeah, Miko cosplay, or there's this other one, Owawo.
I
It's
do
like
not know them.
OWO. It's like whoa. I like it starts with an O and there's a W and there's like other letters and like as well too. Like I recently like saw them on Instagram too. So like
Wow,
oh
never heard of them.
wow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna
But
have to check them out.
people buy their cosplays from there too, but they have a specific like sizing as well too, because they kind of cater to people with smaller sizes
Hmm.
as to the people who are like regular sizes. They don't really do a lot of custom fit sizes as well too. But there's a bunch of places where you can buy cosplays. You can probably say go on Google, where can I buy cosplay? You can find cosplays on Amazon now.
Man, Amazon, eBay, everywhere.
Hmm.
But
Like everywhere.
anyone planning on ordering, actually, like, unfortunately, a lot of shipments are being delayed because of the coronavirus, of course, because a lot of,
Yeah.
you know, cosplays come from China. So be very, I don't know, aware of that if you do decide to order at this
Yeah.
moment for your next convention.
I feel like most people now probably getting their stuff maybe from Etsy at the moment, or like getting them commissioned. I know there are cosplays that do commissions as well too, so people can pay to like have their cosplay made by others as well too. That's a little bit easier, safer for people as well too.
Yeah, I love Etsy, just
Hmm.
crafters, Etsy and everything in general. I love Etsy, but that's
Yeah, you can get a lot of stuff there. Like I was able to get my Diva gun and like headphones from someone that does commissions as well too, from there as well too. So you can get anything on Etsy. I got like patterns for my KDA cosplay as well too, to make her scythe and kunai as well too. So you can make anything on Etsy and sell it as well too.
I do, yeah. Like you said, you can sell it too if you're interested in becoming, like, if you're a vendor, then you definitely need to get on Etsy. It's phenomenal. I feel like everyone has to know about Etsy though. They just
Yeah.
have to. So
If you don't, I don't know what you're doing with yourself.
yeah, like where have you been for the last? I don't know. I don't even know how long Etsy's been around, but you just have to know about it.
Yeah, it's definitely a website that came up in the last like 5 years, I think.
Yeah,
5, or like, hey, this is like if you see something on Pinterest, you can buy it on Etsy. Is how I see
exactly,
it.
exactly. I've actually been looking at patterns for, what is it? I've been thinking about getting into 3D printing, and I've been looking at
Mhm.
patterns a lot for it. And the patterns are really cheap, but I'm not even sure if they're called patterns, but whatever, the programs are really cheap.
Yeah.
But it's just the printer and the filament and like the, tinkering with your machine that really takes up all the time.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a lot of work, like with 3D printing. Like for me, I'm like, I'm already okay with like Photoshop and Illustrator, and like 3D printing is like a whole other ball
It
game.
is. And I feel like in today's cosplay world, it's so different. Like, you have to be, I don't know, experienced in so many different avenues. Like, you have to know how to sew if you want to, or know how to make armor, and know how to do, pose for images, and then, how to beat the Instagram algorithms. It's like so much more complicated than it used to be.
Yeah, definitely. Because like now it's like even those who are just now starting out, they can get way more followers on Instagram or Twitter as to those who've been here for years. Like literally, I've been here for like a long time. My Twitter, my not my Twitter, my Instagram following is just now growing. I'm still not nowhere near like K. like
Oh God,
uh,
K Bear, like Cutie Pie.
yeah, I'm like nowhere near any of that. Like criticism, like they do great work. I am just not in the amount of followers that they have. Like I don't know how they can work the algorithm. I can't.
I'm trying to figure it out, man. But like now it's just so bad. I mean, even, aside from new people, like your common visitors and your friends are not even seeing your post anymore. I'm
Mhm.
like, what the hell, Instagram? This is ah. But I really think they're moving towards trying to get people to pay to like sponsor their posts, and then I've heard like people have had varied success with that. So
Yeah. I mean, it kind of depends too. Like, I know some people have done that before too. I'm pretty sure like everyone's like, oh, like, hey, this is your most popular post. Like, you want to promote it as well too for a couple
Yeah,
of bucks, kind of thing. Even on Facebook, they do that as well too. Like, you will get the views and stuff too, but you won't really get that many like followers or kind of thing. Like, you'll get the likes from it, but you won't get like your audience isn't gonna grow that much. It
yeah,
just puts more eyes on there. And plus, when you do sponsor it, it like literally says this has been sponsored or someone paid
yeah,
for this.
yeah,
And usually some people are like, this person really paid
yeah,
to like I have to see this. I'm like, I'll like it, but I'm not sure if I will follow. Some people may, some people don't, but it's like some people may get turned off by that. Like if it's unless you own a shop, that's fine kind of thing. But if you don't own a store or anything, like you're not a legit business, but like you're just a person like, hey, check out my post.
hmm
It like seems a little bit off, but I mean, if you're doing a giveaway, something like that, you know, that you want to reach more people, that's fine. But if it's just a simple post just to like reach more people, like it's just a selfie post. This is my day. Like, you know, and like some people may seem that as weird, but if you're at least trying to do a giveaway, something like that you want to reach more people, that makes sense. But
yeah.
if not, then it's like, kind of what's the point?
I still have a theory. I'm like, if everyone on your follow list follows every other person on their list, we would all just be able to beat the algorithm. But
Hmm.
man, people are stingy with that subscribe button.
That subscribe, that follow me
Yeah,
button, you
man, people are
know.
stingy with that button.
Yeah, especially now that you can like see your insights as well. Do you see like who like you see like not who is, but like you see like, oh, you're following up by like 30 people, but now like 10 people unfollowed you. It's like,
Yeah, you're like, what the hell? What
who are
happened?
these who
Yeah,
are these assholes that decided to unfollow me
exactly.
specifically on this day? Like, who
Yeah.
are you? I'm gonna come
Yeah.
find you, find where you live, and punch you in the face.
Oh my god, because I use have you ever heard of Tailwind?
Tell her no.
It's a application that basically you can like set up all your posts for like the week or for the month, the year, whatever you want, and it just releases them automatically so that you don't have to like log in and post every single day.
Like you can do like put it all in beforehand, like, and it'll just be like,
Exactly.
I need that.
Oh, it's so good. I wrote a whole, if you're interested, you can just go through my feed. I wrote a whole article on it, and it's so good. I mean, you can put the tags, you can tag people, you can put the hashtags, you can do all the normal Instagram features, and it just literally will automate. You can set the time of the day when it releases, how many each day, all of it, and then it shows you the metrics for who's viewing your post and who's unsubscribing to you, subscribing to you. And so I'll see, like, it'll say, 5, unsubscriptions, whatever. Is it called unsubscriptions?
Or unfollows, I guess.
Unfollows, yeah.
People
And
who don't follow you anymore.
yeah. And I'm like, yo, I need to know who these people are. Like, I need to know their names, I need to know their addresses, and I need to like give them a personal visit.
It's like, you followed me for a reason. Why'd you unfollow me?
Yeah,
Hey, that's personal.
it's like I want to give them like a survey and be like, how satisfied with you with your Instagram experience on my website.
Yeah, it's like some people take it further, like, it happens. I was like, my friend told me, it's like, yeah, I got like, she has like, let's say like 14K followers. Like, yeah, I just lost like 300 followers, but then I gained 1,000. Like, yo, if I heard I lost 300 followers, I would just like go in my room and cry.
Oh man, it would be over for me. I'd be like, "Are you
It's
serious,
like,
man?"
nothing said like we need these followers. I was like, whoa, I would just like, that would hurt me. I like, oh, that would hurt when I heard that. Like, oh god, I like, whew. Like, I was like hearing this. I'm like, I need to reevaluate my life.
My
Like,
entire life, everything I'm doing. I need Instagram to get like one of those features that like AT&T and them have, and it's just like, "Hey, we're sorry to see you go. Can we offer you like a 10% promotion?"
10% discount on the for your
I-
next purchase.
yeah, like your next shoot or something like that. I don't know, but you know what? I need to petition that. I need to send them a message today. Be like, listen.
I just see it on like cosplay. It'd be like, would you like 10% off on your next Patreon or fans or OnlyFans?
Oh, that would be great.
That's what
I think
that's what I would say for cosplay. Would you like 10% off your on your next like Patreon tier?
we're on to something with this. We need to make this a thing.
Hmm.
You always see those like signs at conventions saying like wear deodorant or I don't know,
Yeah.
whatever signs with hugs or whatever. It needs to
Right.
be one that's just like, give me 10% if I unsubscribe to you. That definitely needs to be a thing. Okay.
10% off. Yeah. Hmm.
Or even better, it would be like, people who subscribe to the large whatever websites that sell cosplay, and then we need to make it a thing where we all like mass subscribe at once, so they have to give us 50% off. Like they have like 10,000 followers and 5,000 of them leave. We're like, hey, we'll come back if you give us an incentive.
They'll be like, "What's wrong with these people? Like, why is there a bunch of people just like blaming, like getting a bunch of men like, hey, we want a discount, give us 50% off." No.
Yes, we're gonna unionize our like followers. We're not on the payroll, but we need to unionize about
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, definitely. Man, just
So
like unionizing like cosplay.
you said what?
Like, there's a union for like cosplayers and cosplay photographers.
I'm gonna make a Facebook group called like Cosplay Union.
Oh
We
gosh,
need
yeah.
oh, we just make like ridiculous demands.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, free buffet with every ticket sold.
All right. A discount for like if we buy a bad discount, big discount for the hotel room.
Yeah, like buy a badge, get a hotel room for free, like a BOGO
Mhm.
sale.
Right.
Oh man, I have actually never even stayed in a hotel at a convention because it's just because I usually end up going alone and it's
Mhm.
so pricey. Like if you get a hotel by yourself, so um,
And you just go with other people. I mean, I know there's like I know the usual thing with when people go to conventions, there's rarely anyone that get books a hotel room for just like for everyone to sleep comfortably.
yeah,
Like it's like there's only two of us. We'll book a like a double bed suite and it's just a room for us to no. Usually you're fitting like three or like four five other people in that hotel room. Two
man.
people to each bed, maybe three max on the size of the people. Someone's hitting the floor, someone's sleeping in the closet, maybe someone's sleeping in the bathtub. Who knows? I had a
Man,
friend, she was kind enough to sleep in her own suitcase.
wow, that's dedication. Oh, ain't no
Mhm.
way in hell.
Yeah.
I mean, like every single convention room, I swear, is a fire, like fire marshal hazard. Like,
Yep.
there's no way. Like, it's like max occupancy 4 people, and it's like, yeah, we're at 14. Like, what the hell?
See, like it was like it's a 14, like that's a bit too much. Like if you're fitting like 10 people, I feel like there's like a max limit of how many people you're gonna put in a room. And like also depends how much they're paying as well too.
That's true. I would. Oh my! I think the most I could maybe take is about 5. I would just freak out if there were 10 people in the room with me. I'm like, this is just too much.
Yeah, that would need to be like a presidential suite
Yes.
if there's 10 people in the room. That makes sense to me. Or like 10 to like maybe 13 people. I like as long as someone can sleep in a bed and like move around and not kick someone, that's fine. You have places like sleep. But if you're like, normally you take a step, like say you're sleeping in the bed and you take a step down, you're like mentally in someone's face. You're like, you ain't going to the bathroom, buddy. You have to wait till
Yeah.
everyone wakes up.
Just sit there with like a little pee bottle, so you just be good to go for the night.
No, because imagine that just like falls,
Oh, that's so disgusting.
spills.
God, that's so disgusting.
Exactly.
Oh God, that'd be like, yeah, terrible con horror story.
Mm-hmm.
My pee bottle spilled. All right. Well, we were just about out of time for today. Was
Okay.
there anything else that you wanted to let us know? What's your next con? Where else can we find you besides Instagram?
All right. Well, I'm working on some new cosplays. I know some of them are gonna be a little something I haven't done in a while, which will be some armor making cosplays, and I will be making them out of foam. I know I was just saying like I'm scared of foam, but I will be making some cosplays out of foam. I got some recently. I got a book to read on for my research, and I'm ready to do this. I will be cosplaying on Headhunter Akali from League of Legends.
Nice.
So I can't wait to do that. That's going to be a really awesome project. I want to start it sooner. I'm hoping to have it. I'm hoping to start it like sometime in March and have it ready for Otakon. So
When is
Hopefully,
Otakon?
um, I have to double check the date, but I believe it's like in July, July 31st to
Okay.
August 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah. So getting that done, getting that ready for Otakon. The next con I'll be at will be BlurredCon, which is a couple weeks before Otakon too. So
Man,
I'll be there.
that's like a big break. Like BlurCon is way at the end of the year.
Yeah. So I have all this time to work on my cosplays, which is great.
Got
I
it.
feel like there's always like springtime between like end of the summer, like that's like all the time I have to work on making cosplays.
Got I will.
Yeah.
I hopefully will be at BlurCon too. I think I'm right now. And I'm planning MomoCon, DragonCon, AWA, and Super GalaxyCon in Raleigh, and possibly YetiCon in Canada because I heard it's like
Ooh.
beautiful.
I bet.
So yeah, maybe we'll see though. This all comes down to what the money's looking like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
usually how it works.
I'm telling you, man, money gets real funny around conventions. So
I know, like, gotta save up now. I'm like, hey, open up
yes.
3 new credit cards. You'll be
Uh,
fine.
it's like, how will I pay for this convention? Oh, hello, MasterCard, and that just came in the mail.
Exactly. You need $3,000 spent within 3 months? No problem. I'll
No
do this
problem,
in
we
1
got
month.
you.
That's what they say. Spend at least $3,000 within your first 3 months. It's like, you don't know what you just done.
You have no idea what you just unlocked, the animal.
Right.
And they're like, oh, wait, you want payments on that? No, I thought that was the only step.
Right.
The only requirement was to basically spend this money, not to pay it back.
Right? That's what I saw. That's what I read.
That's what I read.
What is in the fine print? What do you mean? I don't got glasses on. I ain't got time to read fine print.
Like, I don't even speak English, so yeah. But anyways, could you please spell out your Instagram name? I forgot we did not do that.
Yes. Hi, I'm Zazie.Cosplay. You can find me at ZAZIE.cosplay.
That cosplay.
Dot as in the period. Do not spell dot.
Oh god, I can see it now. I get a message. Who is
like
that cosplayer?
dot DOT cosplay. Do not. You will not find me there.
Like, please, sir, do not be that kind of special. I would really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. It was a fun time being here.
I'm glad. And I hopefully look forward to not just crossing paths with you at the next convention. If we're both at BlurCon, we definitely have to set up a time to meet.
Of course. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be everything for today, guys. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And hopefully you are having a great con weekend or a great anime cosplay, whatever weekend. Just tune back in for more episodes regularly. See you next time. Stay boundless. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Running out of time. I really thought you were on my side, but now there's nobody by my side. need you, I need